Welcome to Coin Collector's World, the home of every coin lover where small pieces of metal turn into big stories. If you are a true coin enthusiast or just curious about how ordinary coins can be worth unbelievable amounts, then stay right here because today we're uncovering one of the most exciting treasures in coin history, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar 1988 D mint mark. Many people carry quarters every day without giving them a second thought. They use them for parking meters, vending machines, or just toss them in a drawer. But what if I told you that one of those quarters, a simple coin from 1988 with a tiny D mint mark, could actually be worth a life-changing amount of money? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why. Let's begin with the story of the Washington quarter. It first appeared in 1932, created to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed to symbolize leadership, honor, and American pride, the Washington quarter became a part of everyday life across the nation. Through decades of history, it has been used in millions of hands, but some specific coins have stories that make them stand apart, stories worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Now, the 1988 D quarter stands out because of one small detail: that tiny letter D just below Washington's neck. This D represents the Denver Mint, where millions of coins were produced. But here's where it gets interesting: even though millions were made, not every coin came out the same. Some of them had slight minting errors, imperfections so rare that they transform these ordinary coins into extraordinary collector's items. You see, the minting process is supposed to be perfect, but sometimes a tiny misalignment, a double strike, or a planchet defect can create what collectors call an error coin. These errors are like fingerprints, no two are exactly alike. And that uniqueness is what makes them valuable. Collectors all over the world hunt for these coins because they are living pieces of history and pure symbols of rarity. Now imagine finding a 1988 D quarter that has a visible double die error on the front, where the letters or numbers appear slightly shadowed or doubled. Or maybe it's an off-center strike, where the design is slightly shifted. These are the kinds of small details that can turn a 25-cent coin into something worth thousands. Condition is another huge factor in determining value. In the world of coin grading, condition means everything. A coin that has been used, scratched, or worn down will have far less value than a coin kept safe and untouched. Collectors call this mint state, and coins in mint state can look like they were just made yesterday, with every detail sharp and every surface shining. If you ever find a 1988 D quarter that looks flawless, keep it safe. You might just be holding a hidden treasure. Let's talk about how these coins have become so famous in the collector's world. Over the last few years, coin collecting has exploded online. Thanks to YouTube, social media, and global auctions, people have realized that even small coins can hold massive value. Stories of ordinary people discovering valuable coins in their pocket change have inspired millions to start checking every coin they get. Some have even found coins worth thousands of dollars lying unnoticed for years. So how can you identify a valuable 1988 D quarter? Start by looking closely at the mint mark under Washington's neck. Make sure it clearly shows the letter D. Then look at the date and the word Liberty under good lighting or magnification. Any sign of doubling, strange spacing, or unusual markings could be a sign of an error coin. Flip it over and check the eagle on the back. If the design looks off-center, blurred, or oddly shaped, that's another possible indicator. Finally, examine the condition. A bright, shiny, and scratch-free coin is always worth far more than a dull or damaged one. Every coin has a story. Some tell tales of craftsmanship, while others whisper about accidents that turned into masterpieces. The 1988 D quarter carries both, the precision of the Denver Mint and the mystery of rare minting variations. And that combination is what drives collectors to pay enormous sums for the right coin. Now here comes the part everyone has been waiting for: the value. Some 1988 D Washington quarters, with clear minting errors and perfect mint state condition, have shocked the numismatic world. At high-end auctions, these coins have sold for prices that most people can hardly believe. And among those rare pieces, one particular 1988 D quarter has been valued at an astonishing amount. That's right, one of these rare 1988 D Washington $quarter coins has been valued at $80,000. Yes, you heard that right, $80,000 for a single 25-cent coin. Today, we're going to talk about one such incredible piece, the 1990 D Washington $quarter, a coin that may look simple at first glance but hides a story of rarity, mystery, and unimaginable value. The Washington quarter has always been a symbol of American history and pride. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this coin became a part of everyday American life. For decades, it circulated through millions of hands, from grocery store counters to gas stations, and even found its way into coin collections around the world. But among these billions of quarters, certain special ones have become legends in the numismatic world. In 1990, the United States Mint in Denver, Colorado, produced hundreds of millions of Washington quarters. Each of them featured the familiar face of George Washington on the front and the proud eagle design on the back. The Mint Mark D, located just next to Washington's ponytail, identifies coins made in Denver. At first glance, there seems to be nothing extraordinary about these coins. They were made of the usual copper-nickel composition, weighed 5.67 grams, and measured 24.3 millimeters in diameter. But what makes some of these coins so special is not what they were supposed to be, but what they accidentally became. During the minting process, an unexpected error or a rare variation can transform a normal coin into something extraordinary. Some 1990 D quarters came out of the mint with unique minting mistakes, double strikes, missing details, weakly pressed mint marks, or even being struck on the wrong type of metal planchet. These errors happen in a split second, and only a handful escape into circulation before being caught by mint inspectors. That's what makes them so valuable today. Imagine you find a quarter that looks slightly off. Maybe George Washington's profile appears doubled, or the edge feels smoother or thicker than normal. Perhaps the Mint Mark D looks faint, misplaced, or missing altogether. These small details could be the clue that your coin is not an ordinary piece of change, but a hidden treasure. Collectors around the world constantly search for such rare coins. Professional grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, can authenticate and grade these coins, determining their condition and rarity. A higher grade means sharper details, better shine, and less wear, qualities that can send the coin's price soaring at auctions. The thrill of coin hunting is unlike anything else. It's not just about the money, it's about the discovery, the history, and the feeling of holding a tiny piece of America's story in your hand. Each coin carries a journey, from the mint where it was created, to the people who used it, and to the lucky collector who might one day realize its hidden worth. Sometimes, these coins are found in the most unexpected places. People have discovered them in old piggy banks, inherited coin jars, garage sales, or even change received from a vending machine. That's why it's always worth checking your quarters before spending them. Who knows, the one sitting in your pocket right now could be one of the rare 1990 D quarters that collectors dream about. The value of such coins depends on many factors: rarity, condition, demand, and historical importance. And when all these factors come together, they can turn a simple 25-cent piece into something truly extraordinary. There has been a verified example of a 1990 D Washington quarter that stunned collectors and broke expectations with its unbelievable value. So next time you empty your pocket or count your change, don't rush to spend those quarters. Take a closer look. Turn them under the light. Examine the details around Washington's face, the letters, and especially the mint mark. Because you might be holding a hidden fortune, a rare piece of American history that survived against all odds. And yes, one of these 1990 D Washington quarters was once sold for an astonishing $70,000. Could be worth a small fortune today. Yes, I'm talking about the 1995 Washington quarter, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, also known as the 1995 P quarter dollar. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary coin, George Washington on the front, the proud American eagle on the back. But deep beneath that shiny surface lies a story that's far more exciting than most people realize. This coin, struck nearly 3 decades ago, holds secrets that have captured the attention of collectors across the world. Let's travel back to the mid-1990s. the year 1995. The United States Mint in Philadelphia was buzzing with activity. Millions of Washington quarters were being struck every single day. But among the millions of ordinary coins, a few were born with tiny errors, mistakes so small that even the mint workers didn't notice them. It's these rare errors that transform a regular 25-cent coin into something truly special. Now, let's look closer. The 1995 P quarter was struck from a copper-nickel clad composition, 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. It weighs about 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. But what really makes collectors go wild isn't the metal, it's the minting details. Most of these coins were struck perfectly, but some had light doubling on the obverse. That's the front side of the coin where George Washington's face appears. Others had weak strikes, die cracks, or even slight off-center errors. And it's those subtle minting anomalies that can raise the coin's value from just 25 cents to thousands of dollars. The P mint mark, just above the date, tells us it was made in Philadelphia, a mint that's known for producing large numbers of coins every year. Yet, despite the massive production, high-quality specimens are surprisingly scarce. Finding a 1995 P Washington quarter in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state or uncirculated condition, is like finding a hidden gem in a pile of pebbles. In coin grading, condition is everything. A circulated coin, the kind that's been in people's pockets, wallets, and vending machines, might only be worth face value, but a coin that has never been used, still shining bright with sharp details, and no scratches, can fetch astonishing prices. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGC have recorded top-tier examples graded as MS-67 and MS-68 that sold for thousands of dollars at auction. And here's the thrilling part, there's a specific variety of the 1995 P quarter that has blown collectors away. It's known for its flawless surfaces, strong strike, and eye-catching luster, making it stand out from the rest. When a coin like this appears at auction, bidding wars often break out. Collectors know that they're not just buying a piece of metal, they're owning a moment in American minting history. Think about it, how many coins do we use every day without even looking at them? The quarters we toss into a jar or drop in a parking meter could hide a treasure. This is what makes coin collecting so fascinating. You never know when you might come across a rare and valuable piece hiding in plain sight. So, what should you look for in your 1995 P quarter? Check the details closely, the sharpness of the design, the mint mark, the overall shine. Look for doubling on the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Examine the rim and edges for any signs of misalignment or striking errors. Even a tiny difference could mean you're holding a collectible worth far more than its face value. And here's a bonus tip. Always keep your coins in protective holders or coin flips if you suspect they might be valuable. Even small scratches or dirt can reduce the grade and the price dramatically. Collectors and dealers pay top dollar for coins in untouched condition. Now here comes the part everyone's been waiting for. How much could a rare 1995 P Washington quarter dollar actually be worth today? Are you ready for it? One exceptional specimen, graded in near-perfect condition and showcasing remarkable mint quality, has been reported to sell for an incredible $40,000. That's right, a single quarter, worth just 25 cents when it was made, could today be valued at $40,000 in the right condition and with the right rarity. So, next time you check your change, don't overlook that 1995 quarter. It might not just be spare change, it might be your ticket to a small fortune. Keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows, the next time you open your wallet, you could be holding the next legendary coin. Thank you for joining us today on Coin Collector's World, where every episode brings you closer to the hidden value inside your pocket change. Remember to subscribe, like, and share so more collectors can join our growing community of treasure hunters. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never stop believing that the next coin you find could be the discovery of a lifetime. Until next time, this is Coin Collector's World, where coins tell stories and collectors make history.